Hi guys, MiniPlays here, bringing you another Clash Royale sneak peek video. So today what we've got is an update sneak peek video with the next two sneak peeks, which are going to be number 1 and number 2, because this is for the next update, which is apparently it's going to be on Monday apparently, which is really surprising because when I saw yesterday there was a tournament on, and if you guys haven't heard of it, then you probably don't play Clash Royale, but yeah, it's basically this tournament, like global tournament, and on the tweet everyone was saying drop the sneak peeks and stuff like that, so people probably already knew there was going to be sneak peeks. Don't know how they did, but it was probably because like bats are almost being released, and when all the cards are usually released, that usually means there's going to be sneak peeks. But also because they revealed 2v2 draft and 2v2 in friendly battles, you kind of already think that they're going to be doing sneak peeks soon. So sneak peek number one, and the main one, which is actually not the main part for me, is more deck slots. So when you reach level 8, you're going to have 5 deck slots instead of 3, which now basically means you're going to be able to test out more decks without having to screenshot them and all that stuff. I probably won't use them, but I might as well, just to keep my Expo deck in my slots. That could be like slot 4, and slot 5 could be like a random deck. That would be a pretty cool quality of life feature right there. More deck slots at level 8. Now, bonus info here is actually quite a lot. So you can invite friends to your Clash Royale friends list from Line, which is like different like social media that not as many people have heard of, and also you can invite them with their player tag in game and stuff like that. You can also invite them to your clan by doing that. And clans now also unlock at level 1, but card requests are at level 3 still. Now that's game changing. That's literally the only game changing part for me in that sneak peek. That's actually massive. Really helpful there, because if you guys have been on the channel for a few weeks, then you'd know that I do speedruns occasionally of Clash Royale, and obviously you can basically gem chests to be able to get your first magical chest, because it's basically a speedrun to get the first magical chest, see how quickly you can do it. And someone's done it in less than half an hour. Now I think the PB is going to be about probably 15 minutes, because if you can instantly join a clan, that means you're going to get 100 gems for joining a clan. Hopefully they're going to keep that in the game. And if they do, then we will literally be able to get the first 11 chests easily, because the first 11, the 11th chest is the magical, and then that's where the speedrun stops. But that is massive for me, so thank you Clash Royale for adding that in there. That's probably going to make my speedrun a lot easier. Now, you can also copy decks from TV Royale and shared replays, so even if they change their deck, you can still copy it from their actual not from their profile, but actually from the TV Royale replay. You can also copy them from shared replays in the clan chat. Now next is sneak peek number 2. There's going to be 4 new cards after the bats are released. There's going to be a legendary, an epic, a rare, and a common, which is I'm pretty sure that's a first for them to do all the 4 rarities in one update. But the first card is going to be the Mega Knight. I'm going to put them all on the screen now. As you can see on Google Chrome, there are the 4 new cards: the skeleton barrel, the flying machine, the cannon cart, and the Mega Knight. So I'm going to display them in the order they came up in OJ's video, so I'm going to take this off the screen for now. But first is the Mega Knight. So he lands with the force of 1,000 mustaches, then jumps from one foe to the next, dealing huge area damage, stand aside. So when he spawns in, he's going to do just about less than a fireball, which is absolutely crazy for a legendary. It's going to spawn in and do 480 damage, bearing in mind that's not going to be able to hit the tower, obviously, because spawn in damage, like, you can only put it on your side, so it's not going to affect the towers. Don't worry guys, it's not game changing. It costs 7 elixir though. It's really interesting that. And its area damage is 240, so it does do splash damage. It jumps from target to target, 4 to 5 tiles away. So obviously kind of like a bandit there, but with slightly less of a range between between the lowest amount it can jump and the highest amount it can jump. It has a ton of HP, 3,300 HP. That is massive, guys. 7 elixir, you would expect it. Its hit speed is 1.8 seconds, so really slow there. It targets ground, its range is melee. It moves at a medium speed, so like a, let's try and compare that. I think Giant Skeleton, I think this the same move speed as, I'm not sure. And also the jump damage is also 480, so that is absolutely massive there. Also credit to OJ for me, I just basically just screenshotted these from his video, but yeah, he actually has the dev build, so yeah, I just screenshotted them from there. So go and check out his video. It's slightly shorter than mine, obviously, but mine has 2 sneak peeks in it, so you know. Next we've got the cannon cart. Now I'm going to display it on the right hand side instead. Now it's 5 elixir, is going to be an epic card, and it says a cannon on wheels, but they won't see that coming. Once you break its shield, it becomes a cannon not on wheels. So it has 696 shield hit points at tournament standard, and once the cannon cart breaks, it turns into literally just a cannon, like basically just a building. As people were saying, like Sparky is a building because it's just a bin on wheels, but you know, this literally is like a building, because once the shield breaks, it just turns into a cannon, and it does 169 DPS, so slightly less than a cannon, I'm pretty sure. Range is 5.5, so really interesting card here. Really, I'd say this is almost like a siege card, to go with like Expo and Mortar. So a lot of siege players probably going to start using that. A lot of different archetypes of players are going to be using that card right there. Speed is fast as well though, and 1.2 seconds hit speed. Deploy time's 1 second. Let me just look at these. They're all 1 second deploy time. I thought one of them was going to be like a different one, but yeah. Also, most of these do target ground, apart from the flying machine, which we're going to move on to here. So it is a rare card, and it says the Master Builder has sent his first contraption to the arena. So that's pretty much confirming BH6, and it's pretty much confirming the flying machine for Clash of Clans. That's a whole different story in itself. It's a fast and fun flying machine, but fragile. Try saying that fast 5 times. So it does 142 DPS, 142 damage, only 510 HP though. The range is 6. The speed is fast as well though, so not too bad. You probably would use something like a miner or an ice golem to tank for it, but yeah, pretty interesting card right there. Final one here is going to be the skeleton barrel. It's 3 elixir. It's going to be a common card. These are all troops, by the way, which is really interesting. Apart from the cannon card, which turns into a building, but it's a skeleton party in the sky until all the balloons pop. Then it's a skeleton party on the ground. So targets, well, HP is 636. A lot more of a simple card here. Targets buildings, which is interesting there. Speed is, so it's kind of like a battle ram. Speed is medium, like a battle ram as well, apart from when it charges. But I don't think this card will charge. Neither will it do damage when it hits the tower, I don't think. Skeletons are going to spawn 8 skeletons when it gets to the tower, and the skeleton level will be parallel to whatever the level of the skeleton barrel is. And I don't think the skeleton count will change as you level it up. It will just be the skeleton level and the HP of the barrel. Obviously, basically, it's like a tank for the skeletons inside of it. I mean, it's kind of similar to Battle Ram. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I don't think I would use that really in my deck. At least my Battle Ram deck right now, I would definitely not replace Battle Ram with Skeleton Barrel, because cards like Zap would easily be able to counter it. It's only 1 elixir less than a Battle Ram. Battle Ram's a lot more stable, a lot easier to get to the tower. So yeah, Skeleton Barrel, not really a card for me, but it is a common card, so a lot of people will be able to unlock that. Also, for these cards here, there will be special event challenges for every single card, which is also another first for Clash Royale, because usually they've only done it for 1 or 2 in a set of 4 cards being released. And also new challenges are coming, which is Sudden Death, which is basically going to be the game starts at Sudden Death, and whoever gets the first crown wins. Ramp Up, which is basically after every minute, it goes from 1... So the game starts normally is 1 times elixir. After 1 minute's passed, it's 2 times, then 3 times, and then I'm guessing in overtime, it will be 4 times, 5 times, and 6 times elixir if you're in a friendly battle, which is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, because it's a challenge, it will have a 3-minute overtime, so it could possibly have a times 6 elixir, which would be absolutely crazy. Obviously, beatdown decks are going to be massively overpowered in that challenge, and triple elixir here, which is basically just going to be times 3 elixir. We all know how that works. Basically like a double elixir challenge, but a triple elixir. Gonna be absolutely crazy there. 3 new challenges confirmed. That is quite a lot of info for just 2 sneak peeks here. Even though the first one was like barely anything for most people, it was still massive for me. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. There is gonna be, I think, 1 more sneak peek during the day today. Hopefully I'll be able to release a video on it. And I'll probably release a video of my thoughts on the update on Wednesday or Friday. So that's going to be it for this episode. Like and likes, comment, subscribe, and peace out.